Hello, today we're going to look at a 1975 gold metallic Schwinn Scrambler. This bike's going to go on eBay on start March 24th. It's going to run 7-day bids for till March 31st. Alright, so this is Schwinn. This is when Schwinn was jumping into the BMX world. So they took a Schwinn Stingray frame, they made some adjustments to it, a couple tweaks, changed a few things up, marketed it as a BMX bike. You know, for off-roading. BMX was picking up speed and popularity at that time, and so Schwinn was trying to get into the market of selling BMX bikes. So as you see, it's a very recognizable Stingray frame. Okay, and they took an already durable frame, they made adjustments to it, they added different parts, sold it as a BMX bike. So a couple things they did was they reinforced the frame with extra welds. So they reinforced it here and here with brass brazing on a Schwinn Stingray frame. Then they got the handlebars here. These are basically just like the handlebars from a junior, Schwinn Stingray Junior. They welded a brace on here, so you put a brace across the center, and then they forged the handlebars with a forged stem to increase the strength. They did the same thing with the forks. So the forks are also forged forks for the Scrambler. So they increased the durability and the strength of parts that they were already using on the Stingray. Then they took the crank, so they went with a 39 tooth sprocket and they attached that to a heat treated chrome crank. So you had a really strong frame and the core parts. Then to even go a step further, even to really make this thing, you know, a really stout bike, so they took their 20-inch wheels. Okay, so the Scrambler's got S2 on the front and back, and as far as I know, you know, starting with the Schwinn Stingrays, this is the only bike that they put for a 20-inch bike that they put S2s on the front and the back. Maybe some older, you know, bikes from the 50s or 40s, they might have had an S2, but from like 1963 forward, this was like the first time that they had put an S2 on front and back, where the Stingray always had an S2 on the front and an S2 on the back and S7 on the front. Then to go along with that S2, the bigger wheel, they went with 36 spokes, a 36 heavy gauge spoke. Now Schwinn hadn't used 36 spokes on a 20-inch wheel since 1964. So here in 1975, they're reintroducing the 36 spoke wheel. Okay, so you know, 36 spokes, heavy gauge on an S2 Schwinn wheel. So you've got a really stout wheel. You know, so we're talking about a heavy duty frame, extra wheels, forged stem, handlebars, forks, heat treated cranks to go along with these 36 spoke S2 wheels front and back. Now they must have contracted out, so they used ACS, which is I think that stands for American Cycle Systems. Is a very respected company, you know, in the BMX world. So they were venturing out, trying to get some, you know, knowledge of people that were starting to do BMX stuff. So they used ACS to do their front hub. This one is stamped ACS. It has a date code of November 75 on it. All right, and that's also done in the black. That's the original black though. This one wasn't repowder coated. Then they've got the Bendix. They're still using Bendix, so they got the Bendix hub and brake. That's Mexico 70. Which was probably the only year that the Scrambler was made in that, because I think they went to the 70 Bendix Mexico 76, starting in late 75, early 76. But this one has the Bendix 70 back hub and brake. Okay, so it was like 1972, 73, regulations came out, you gotta have reflectors everywhere. All right, so this bike meets those standards. Okay, we got a reflector in the front, we got a reflector in the back. Both wheels have reflectors, and those Schwinn Rat Trap Union, Schwinn approved, union made pedals have the reflectors on them. So this bike meets the code of what you would have found in 1975 before, you know, before the new owner of it ripped all the reflectors off. So it's got all the right reflectors on it. So still got the banana seat though, right? So Schwinn hadn't figured out how to get rid of the banana seat yet. So it's got the original banana seat on it, and it's kind of got a unique sissy bar on it. You know, it's not like the one they were using. To me, they almost went with what they were doing in, you know, in 64 and 65. It's not square, but it does come back like the you know, like their first two sissy bars they used that were axle mount. So it kind of curves straight back like that instead of coming up. So it is a unique sissy bar to the Scrambler. So you got the nice sissy bar, 36 spoke wheels, reinforced welds, forged parts, you know, so they made themselves a really durable bike. Didn't lack in weight. It's a heavy bike, but it's very durable, built to last, and you never get tired of working on these bikes. You can just enjoy the quality of these bikes. These bikes are put together well. So this one has been, like I said, all the black parts have been new powder coat. We got a mechanical restoration on it, all moving parts taken apart, re-lubed, put back together, tuned. We'll take a look at this front wheel real quick. Now the tires are Duro Moto Cross 20 by 2.125. Got the nice white letters on them, knobbies. So that's not original tires. It would have been a Schwinn Stingray Scrambler tire, so these are replacement tires. But they're probably pretty accurate to the time, to the era, to the, you know, period correct. It's missing a should have been a little chain guard right here, a little round chain guard, not the chain guard that went this way. Even though they left you a place to mount one, it's not the chain guard that came with it. It came with a round chain guard that bolted in directly into the sprocket. That's missing as far as original equipment goes. Okay, you see that front wheel? It's great shape, spinning, nice, straight, stout wheel. There's gonna be no problems with that. We get this back wheel going. I'm gonna brake it. We're gonna go again. Still using the Q-bolts. Schwinn was still using the Q-bolts 75 because they're still using the banana seat on these Scrambler BMXs. It's got the Q-bolts on it. It's got the S-bolt on the seat post clamp. So, you know, lots of carryover there from the Stingray days. But this bike's in great mechanical shape, rides great. You know, the flaws are cosmetic, couple scratches and scrapes like you're gonna have on any original paint. The missing chain guard, and the front reflector has a slight, very small crack in it. I mean, you can feel it a little bit. You might be able to see it, you might not, but it's there. It's right here on the corner. And I'm gonna take it down, go take it for a quick little ride. And if anybody's needing a gold Scrambler for their Scrambler collection, this would definitely be a good candidate for anybody's collection. All right, thank you, and we'll see you outside. All right, so we got the bike outside. A couple of things we might have missed before we brought it out. So the handlebars, the stem, the forks, the back fender have all been powder coated. So that's new powder coat, black on the bike with the original metallic gold paint, original decals. All right, and we got the original Hunt Wild USA grips, which these guys make great grips. I've taken a bunch of them off. It's hard to believe the age of these grips when you take them off. They always seem to be in great shape. So we got the bike down. I'm gonna take it for a quick ride. Just put some weight on it. And you guys got any questions? Email them, and good luck on your bidding.